I was a teacher at Plum's school in Islington. Then suddenly one day, George said there was an inspector coming in. You know the kind of thing. Ofsted. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's Ofsted. Too judgeful. Later that day he came in, he had tins full of screws in it. And he looked at our sex ed class. And then our school prison. Nice. And he said, why do the little girls have no toenails? Dave and George said, I don't know. Then suddenly Dave and George went fiddle-diddle with a 2-year-old. The inspector was roaring, would you believe it, the little pig? I can close the school down. Oh no, the moment I dread when Ofsted closes the school down. And that's when we get into really big trouble. Suddenly, Miss Goodall appeared. She gets to the inspector and puts her snatch on show, and then that really does it. The inspector starts going. We all got up and ran out the door and got away as fast as we could. But Miss Goodall and the inspector were still in the room, fucking away like mad. Later that day, I came back to the room. The inspector was still in there. I said, how is the school? The inspector said, all right. He said, all right. But I had sex and I cried. Ha! We don't care. Now stand by the door. The inspector stands up by the door. I screamed, get out! The inspector got up and ran out the door, all shaky and sorry and shuddery. And there we all were, smiling all over our big faces. Miss Goodall was delighted. I was delighted. And Dave and George were still fiddling with the 2-year-old. The 2-year-old was trying very hard not to look proud. And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. And then we went home. After that, we used to go around telling people, you see that bloke over there? Him, he's an inspector. He can't stand sex, you know. And the inspector, he'd hear us saying all this and he'd go, I done saw a funny noise. And none of us has ever seen the Sky 2-year-old.